Welcome to One Down Dog on Demand. My name is Niki Saccareccia, and this is a 60-minute mixed flow class. And we take that to heart here at One Down Dog. So if you're new to Vinyasa style yoga, you'll hear me give different variations of postures. It's very much like trying on clothing until you know what feels good in your body and what just doesn't. You just have to try it all on and then see what suits you, right? If you're used to practicing a more physically intense style and you like that and you want that and you don't hear me giving that to you, that's okay. Just add it in, right? Cool. So if you're using the playlist that I've chosen for this class, check the description and then we'll hit play together. So I'll give you a 3, 2, 1. In terms of props, maybe 2 blocks, and that's about it, right? So on the count of 3 for music, if you're using it, 1, 2, and 3. All right, we'll start today seated. Right, I'm sitting in sage pose, heel in front of heel, but you can sit in any comfortable place. We won't be here for too long. Right, either close your eyes or at the very least, lower your gaze so that your forehead muscles, your eyelid muscles, and your jaw just become a bit more soft. Right, Vinyasa yoga, flow style yoga, is in and of itself a more challenging style because the pace is consistent. We're continuously moving. And what makes this style so valuable to our cultivation as a yogi is that it teaches us to discern between healthy tension and force, or struggle, which can be really healthy for us, and pain. Right, so as you start to create this softer composure in your face, you might simultaneously feel how the spine is becoming a little more upright. Right? There's a tension in the body. Begin to draw on your breath, taking a long inhale through your nose and a slow exhale through your nose. Breathing in deeply, maybe you can see out of your peripheral vision that the chest begins to inflate. Exhale slowly, feeling the belly start to draw inwards, creating that muscular swaddle for the spine. Okay, now the breathing pattern that you're establishing right now actually becomes the rhythm of your movement as we start to flow. So remember that this is not cardio yoga, and it's yoga. Right? So you want your breath to be even, full on the inhale, slow and mindful on the exhale. Okay, let's start to pair some movement. Breathing in, circle the arms out, up and over. See the hands join. Open your eyes if they're closed. As you exhale, take the palms down through the heart center, tracking your thumbs as you move, starting to cultivate focus. Breathing in, sweep the arms out, up, open. Exhaling, palms together at the heart. Do this one more time. Simple vinyasas at first, just starting to marry the breath to the body movement. Exhale as you pull down. Right now, left hand to the ground beside you. Breathing in, right arm comes up, palm open. Exhale, bend a little bit to your side. Breathing in, come back up, palms join. Exhaling, right hand down. Breathing in, pull yourself up. All right, let's try that again. Exhaling, left hand down, right arm reaches. Right now, in terms of force, maybe you can go all the way, but there's no integrity in your position. Right, breathing in, come up. Right? Part of what we're challenging ourselves to explore here is that threshold between effort and struggle. Right? Now, bring both hands to your left thigh, twisting gently. Right? Avoid this impulse to like crank yourself deeper into the twist. Right? Instead, get taller. Turn your head a little bit. Easeful effort. Breathing in, untwist. Right? Soft composure through the face, strength through the spine. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, twist to your right, hands find the thigh. Don't pull or yank. Just place yourself. Turn the chest, turn the head. Full breath here, seated spinal twist. Unravel. Come off of anything you might be sitting on and over into table. All right, now knees are under your hips, wrists are under your shoulders. Spread the fingers open. Right, and find effort in the hand placement, right? You had to think about how you set your hands, right? But ease in the center of the palms. You create this suction cup effect in the hand, right? Take the next minute on your own, cat and cow or cat-cow-like movement, exhaling as you tuck in, inhale as you arch up. Right? Sometimes, even against our best intentions, we can show up on the mat, especially when we've been practicing for a long time, and literally go through the motions of a yoga class, right? Treating the poses like choreography or performances, right? You're at home, you're probably practicing alone. Like, drop that, drop the ego part of it, right? Let yourself feel your way through the physical alignment that allows the mental and energetic alignment to transpire, right? Start to freestyle, right? Any kind of movement that you know just feels good. Maybe some stuff you've learned elsewhere that you want to incorporate. I'm a big fan of rolling the spine. Right? Once you get enough practice under your belt, you start to recognize there's certain places in the body that tend to be a little more effortful than others, right? They kind of work too hard, right? For example, it's like the wrists are always tight because you're pressing into the ground. So over this next minute, you might do some strategic work on your own, right? Opening up the wrist if you know that's the place that tends to need a lot of warm up, right? Maybe it's your upper shoulders, so you do a little twisted child's pose. Right? Maybe it's your lower back. Right? So just on your own for a moment, you're not going to get it wrong. You're not going to fail your class. Right? Trust your instinct. Right? One of the sweetest things about practicing with a video is that there's no peer pressure. Right? You can really explore what it's like to move in a way that feels good to you without putting unnecessary stress in your system. All right, take 3 more rounds of breath, whatever you're up to. Right, now, if you have stuff close to the front sides of your mat, just move that out of the way. We're going to warm up the shoulders a little bit further. Start with your hands turned out sideways, right? Just the heel of your hand on the edge of the mat. As you inhale, lean to one side. Breathing out, lean to the other side. One breath per move. That's this whole style. And remember that slow is strong, right? And that gentle can be hard work when we're used to going full throttle all the time, right? Take your hands a little bit wider, right? Beginning to bend one arm as you lean, right? Set the hands a little wider, right? Just moving gradually. You might find your threshold before me or after me, and that's fine because we're different. Right? Try not to hold the breath. Right? Last time, sliding back to center. Right? Hands under shoulders. Take a shift into down dog. It's the first one, so get your bearings. Right? Figure out where your hands love to be. Right? That perfect length where the heels maybe touch the ground, but they don't have to. Right? But you can really pull your hips up, creating space in the spine, length through the belly. Effort through the hands and feet. Effort to resist gravity through the hips. Ease through the face. Ease in the mind, focusing just on the breath now. No multitasking. All right, next, exhale, walk hands to feet, palming the ground as you walk backwards. All right, you could keep the legs straight if you're bendy. You could bend the knees if you want. Drop your head. Big breath in. Letting it go. Roll up. As you inhale, sweep your arms out, look up without overbending your neck. See the palms join? Exhale, fold down. Half sun salutations, breathing in, lift halfway. Right, it's the first one, so just check here. Make sure you're not busted through the rib cage, you're not torqued through the lower back, right? Draw everything into neutral. Right, breathing out, fold. Sometimes the effort is in the mind, paying attention to the details. Inhale, roll yourself up. Moving more fluidly, breathe in, extended mountain. Exhale, slow, decelerate. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Deep exhale, head towards your ankles. Roll to rise. Shoulders down, find mountain pose. Breathing in, sweep up. Last time, fold forward. Channel your breath. Halfway lift. Deep breath out. Now, walk to down dog, palming the ground again. Right, until you find the perfect place to set your hands and feel supported. Right, then hoist your hips up. Heels low. Spread your yogi toes. Next, exhale, knees to the ground. All right, up to you if you're going to keep your feet tucked or pointed. Pointing is going to require a little more physical effort, so choose wisely. As you exhale, half tricep push-up or half chaturanga. Straight down, inhale, straight up. Remember that you have to rescue yourself. I'm not in the room to catch you, right? So if you're only coming here, right? You're only coming here, it's fine. Push yourself up, right? If you get all the way down and you can't get back up, that's on you, right? To acknowledge it and make an adjustment for next time. Exhale, down dog. Right? There is no pass fail on the yoga mat. It's all part of the learning curve. Right? Next, inhale, raise your right leg. Push through your foot. Breathing out, contract, knee forward. Aim your foot at your right thumb. Land and lower the knee. Inhaling, arm sweep in a circle. Reach out, come up, hands join. Anjaneyasana. Right, starting to build out our sequence. As you exhale, hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes, breathe in, back knee up. Exhaling, twist, right arm comes up. Turn the gaze and look towards your right hand. Exhale, Set the hand down. Turn the back heel flat and open to warrior two. Keep the shoulders over your hips, remember. Right? Bend into the front knee. Now, turn the front palm open, just like you're asking a question. Reach the arms straight up. Right? Too much effort to really bend backwards can cut off the breath, and then there's no yoga. Right? Bring right elbow to right thigh. Right? Left arm straight up. Modified side angle pose. Check the bottom shoulder. Are you collapsed? Add a little effort there. Right? Press, repel the thigh with your elbow. Full breath in. Releasing, hands touch down. Down dog. Deep yogi breaths. On your next inhale, left leg comes up. Press through the sole of your foot. Exhaling, contract, aim your foot at your left thumb. Get there, lower the knee. Sweep out to come up, inhale. Take another breath. Hands touch down, back knee lifts. Runner's lunge, breathe in. Left hand up as you exhale. Runner's lunge, twist, breathe. Set the hand down, spin the back heel. Inhale, sweep up. Warrior two. Right? Feel your intuitive sense working to find all the little adjustments that help you feel more like you. See the front palm turn. Next exhale, easy effort. Modified side angle, elbow to thigh, right arm up. Right, repel the thigh with your elbow. You can see my shoulder goes from too little effort to just enough effort. Full breath in. Let it go. Step to down dog. All right. Off we go. Breathing in, right leg up. Exhale, contract as you step. Back knee down. Inhale, sweep high. Full exhale. Full inhale, grow up. Set the hands down. Runner's lunge, inhale. Exhale, twist. Breathe in, warrior two, sweep. Reversed warrior pose. Side angle. Plank. Hang here for a sec. Full breath in. Breathing out, carry yourself down carefully. Low cobra, inhale. Exhale, release. Option for high cobra. Remember, keep your elbows a little bent. Exhale, let it go. Up and back. All right, side two. As you inhale, left leg. Breathe out, contract as you step. Inhale, Anjali Mudra. Maybe an Anjaneyasana, right? Could be here. As you exhale, hands touch down. Back knee up. As you exhale, twist. Warrior two, sweep. Reverse. Side angle. Plank. As you exhale, lower. 3 breaths in down dog. Any little tweaks and adjustments that you love to do here, have fun. Remember, you can always take child's pose. You can always take puppy pose. All right, heels up, breathe in. On your tiptoes, walk forward. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Halfway lift. Let it go, fold. Rise up, arms overhead. Palms to heart as you exhale. Twice more, just the arms, breathe in. Smooth the breath. All right, this time arms come up, breathe in. Deep forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Plank pose. Option to put a knee down. Could be 2 knees down. Breathing out, down dog. Plant your left foot. Inhale, right leg up. Knee to triceps, exhale. Inhale up. Right thumb step through. Back knee down. Inhale, rise. Steady exhale. Watch the shoulder tightness. Hands come down. Back knee comes up. Breathe out, twist. Full breath in, reach. Exhale, release. Crescent lunge, a little add-on. Steady exhale. Full breath in. Open warrior 2, familiar territory. Reversed warrior, breathe in. Side angle. Twice more, dancing warrior series. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse. Side angle. Rise, last one. Inhale, reverse. Side angle. Hands to the floor. Inhale. Flow or hold. Planks, press back. Meeting in down dog, ground your right foot. Breathing in, left leg up. Knee to left triceps. Inhale, press up. Aim to your thumb. Get there and lower. Sweep up. Full breath in. Breathing out, hands touch down. Steady breath, steady mind. Lift the knee. Left arm up. Stay for your inhale. Hand down, exhale. Crescent lunge. Rise. Warrior 2. Ease in the familiar parts. Reverse. Side angle. Twice more, those 3. It's called Dancing Warrior Series. Plank. Hold plank or flow. Right, planks, you could always play with the distance of your feet to keep it interesting. Try to smile through it as it gets harder. On your exhale, shift back. Okay, big toes together. Little wedge between your heels, hips high. Breathing in, lift your heels high. As you exhale, step to your hands, which helps to open up the hips. All right, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, deeply fold. Rise to standing, arms up. Palms to heart one time, exhale. Breathing in, circle the arms. Interlace your fingers up top. Breathing out, side bend to your right. Inhale, come up. Side bend left. Inhale, center. Palms to heart, exhale. Sweep around and lift, inhale. Deep forward bend, exhale. Maybe hands behind calves. Halfway lift. Plank pose. All right. As an option, lift your right foot, stack your feet right over left. Take a breath. Exhale, back to three-legged dog, right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, contract right triceps. Familiar territory, breathe in. Step through. Low lunge, rise up. Again, could be hands at heart sometimes if your shoulders tend to get a little bit tight, right? Next exhale, hands touch down. Inhale, runner's lunge, twist. Release. Crescent lunge. Opening warrior two. Option for a half bind here. Left forearm behind your back, thumb up, back of hand into your back. Right, same. Exhale, reverse. Side angle. Warrior two. Reverse. Side angle. Release the bound arm. Inhale all the way up. Reach overhead, extended side angle pose. Left bicep in line with your ear. Full breath in. Release. Plank pose. Full breath. Option to flow or not. You can always skip it. No pass fail, right? As you inhale, if you're in dog, come forward. Step left foot on top of right if you want to try. Back to down dog, 3 legs. Exhale, triceps. Inhale, breathe. Pump it through. Lower down, rise up. Exhale, hands down. Twisting next. Releasing for crescent. Warrior two. Option to bind. Reverse. Side angle. Rise up. Find your focus. Now, release the bound arm. Inhale all the way up. Reach it along the side of your head, bicep towards ear. Pull. Breathe out to release. Flow or hold plank, or back to down dog. Plank people, shift to down dog. Everybody, bring the feet closer together. Pull the toes open. Hips up. Gaze forward, tiptoe, step, or jump. Halfway lift. Deep forward fold, maybe hands behind heels. Rise up. Palms to heart. Sweep around, inhale. Cuff left wrist with right hand. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Option for a standing back bend. Bend the elbows, lift your chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, chair. Ground your feet. Make sure your toes are actually on the floor. None of this flex toes business. Ground your feet. Arms sweep back. As you inhale, stand up, extended mountain. Exhale, chair. Make sure you don't overdo it, right? It's like a zigzag, right? So chest up, belly up off the thighs. All right, let's flow through that 4 more times. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sit back. Gonna add the breath through the mouth. Inhale. HA sound. Keep your toes on the floor. One more. Pause. Weight towards your hips. As you inhale, stand up with your right leg into your chest. Find your focal point. And steady yourself. Concentrate your effort. Take your hands to your right knee. Pull it in. Mind on the breath. Breath moves the body. Okay. Open your left arm. Super helpful to keep your eyes focused on only one thing. Carefully open the right knee sideways. Push your knee to your hand and vice versa. Keep your face soft. Breath strong. Come back through center. Switch hands. Right arm opens. Big breath. Exhale, twist to your right. Find a new focal point. Right? Once the right arm reaches straight back, you're good. You don't have to twist any further than that. Final breath. Carefully untwist. Steady, steady. Pull knee to chest. Option for warrior 3 or step back, crescent lunge. Know where your foot is going as you step. All right, now we're all gonna meet in standing splits. Feel free to put blocks under hand. As you exhale, hands down, everybody. Right leg up, breathe in. Flex your foot. Try not to let your right hip open. Right, if you know you lock out your knees, when we were in studio classes, your yoga teacher was also always tapping your knee. Just, bend it a little bit. You'll actually get more leverage to lift the leg higher. Right, now maybe palms to the floor or blocks. Start to bow your head towards your left shin. Final breath. Step your right foot behind your left, crossing or binding your ankles. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more, breathe in. Exhale, bow forward. One more full breath here. Breathing in, lift halfway. Bring your feet back to neutral. Setting up for a chair. As you inhale, raise the arms up. So we've got one more side of that balance sequence. Palms to heart. Once through with just the arms. Slow your breath. Right, easeful effort, not easy effort. Easeful effort. Hands to heart. Sit back. Sweep the arms. Breathe in. Stand up, extended mountain. Sit chair. 2 more. Pick up the left leg as you stand. Right away, the eyes should focus. Right? If they don't, you just practice it. You realize, okay, things are gonna get interesting. I better find some external support. Right? Take the hands to the knee. Push the 2 together, and then pull the knee up. Standing wind removing pose. Soft gaze, focus. Strong concentrated breath. Release the right arm out sideways. Exhale, left knee opens to the side. Think about pulling your limbs in opposite directions, just like we do in, side angle pose, warrior 2. You're literally being stretched thin in all directions. And somehow we find that steady center of focus and capability. Right? Carefully come back to center. Left knee pointing straight ahead. Switch hands. Left arm opens. Find a new external focal point as you twist. There's no need to rush. There's no final destination. There's no goal here. There's no winning or losing. Right? There's just exploring this process of practicing, of learning where our limits are, of learning what that threshold feels like without panicking when the threshold moves and we can actually endure more weirdness, more strength, more imbalance, more balance. Hug the knee up. Warrior 3 or crescent, you choose. You don't have to match sides. There's no symmetry in the natural world, and our body is made of nature, so choose wisely. Feel the ground. Keep breathing into the space around you. Standing splits, feel free to use blocks. As you exhale, hands touch the floor. Left leg up. Flex your foot. Remember not to overwork your standing leg, right? Locking the knee is too much work on the ligaments. And if you don't feel it now, and you keep practicing that way, you're gonna feel it in your 50s and 60s and 70s. Right? Hopefully, we all have the privilege and capability of practicing well beyond then. So take care of yourself now. See if you can bow your head toward your standing leg without force, right? Effort is different than force. Work is different than struggle. Notice the quality of sensation in each. Final breath. Step your left foot behind the right, bound forward fold. Again, your hands could be on blocks. Lift your belly from your thighs. Exhale and fold. One more. Find a little fluidness in your spine and then bow. Head towards your legs. How do you keep your peace here? Right? That's the whole challenge of practicing this way. How do you put yourself into such a precarious situation and keep your shit together? Right? By focusing your mind. One more breath. Breathing in, halfway lift. Step the feet back to neutral. Okay. So option to put a block under your heels. You're going to lift off your heels, right? Maybe you put the block there. You're going to squat down. Knees come forward of the toes, right? So if this just really trips you up, Right? Put a little block, right? Get your sense of balance. And I know some of you are probably ready to do arm balances or have been, and if you haven't, what are you waiting for? Right? Do your thing. For those of you with me, make sure your toes are spread. Bring your hands to your thighs. Start to lift your chest, right? So you're in tiptoe pose, right? If you're not using the block, you might be on a fingertip or two. Chest away from thighs. Right? Keep your steady focus. If it's just about winning the yoga pose competition, you're not practicing actual yoga. You might be on a yoga mat, you might be in yoga pants. It's not yoga. Right? Steady your mind. Right? Maybe palms together. Flare out the elbows. Open up the armpits. Final breath. Hands to the floor. Lift your hips. Flatten the feet. Move the block if you've got it. Good. Halfway lift. Now grab your blocks if you haven't been using them. Middle or tall setting, up to you. Right, you're going to take a long step back with your right foot. Right, your 10 toes are basically pointing straight forward. Depending on how flexible your ankles are, you might be able to get your heel flat here. I'm going to show this version, more traditional pyramid pose. Toes are turned out, heels flat, inner arch is lifted. Pull the belly off the thigh. Drag your left hip back and square your right hip forward. If you're like, okay, I hear you, Niki, but I don't feel it manifesting in my body, step your foot wider. Right? So a lot of people will teach having your heels on this like tightrope. A lot of us need more space than that, right? So find it, pull the right hip forward, track the left hip back. Option to turn the hands upside down. Again, it's like trying on clothes, right? Some stuff it's just going to suit you. Some stuff you're not sure about, so you'll play around with it. And some of it you just know like, no, that doesn't feel right. Right? So the variety is part of this practice too, right? Starting to discern what is helpful and nourishing and truly seeing and feeling what is not, right? And then we're just done with it. Right? Feel free to bend your elbows. Right? Try to bring your chest closer to your front thigh. Right? Maybe head comes all the way down if you're not feeling any grab behind your knee, right? You want it in the big areas of muscle, back of thigh, back of calves, maybe soles of feet. Breathing in, lift up. Step forward. Halfway lift. Right? Side two blocks tall at first. Left foot strides back, not on a balance beam. Right? More like railroad tracks. Spin the heel in a little. You can always widen your stance as you need to. Right? Lift your chest. Right? And then drag your right hip back so the left hip becomes more square. Right? Feel the threshold, right, in your leg muscles. They're very good communicators. When we start to break the habit of ignoring the body, our yoga practice advances very quickly. Not necessarily what our posture practice appears to be, right? The stuff we can't see on the outside, right? But you can feel there's like a threshold of, safe challenge. And then there's that point where you're like, I'm stuck. You're either going to hurt yourself or fall, which is an injury to your ego, right? So same, but different. Right? Feel free to take any variation with your wrists. You might be on fists. You might lose your blocks. Keep pulling your right hip back, finding the traction, the healthy tension in the legs, right? That protects the joints. Breathing out, fold, bend your arms. Think of what we do in chaturanga, right? It's the same thing. Effort in the legs, effort in the mind, ease in the breath, ease in the spine. Couple more moments. Breathing in, lift halfway. Breathing out, step forward. All right, move your blocks out of the way. Come down to sit, soles of feet together. Right now, let's say you are very pliable at the inner thigh. Have your heels close, right? If this is a tough position for you, right, like you can't really breathe well, your mind is kind of clouded or busy all of a sudden, those are signs that you need more room, right? So without judgment, we just accommodate what the body is asking for, right? Hold on to your shins. Breathing in, lift your chest. Pull the shoulder blades down and a little bit closer together. Final breath. Right. Take the hands around the outer knees, pull them together. Okay, so you might want a block. Depends on what you're doing next. There's options, right? Lie down on the back and then decide based on how you're feeling right now. If you're like, all right, I'm good, right? Then you go restorative bridge, right? So we'll all be in some kind of back bend. Block under the lower back, right? Make sure it's under your sacrum, closer to your tailbone, further away from your ribs. You'll know. It'll feel very ergonomic and comfortable, even if this position is unfamiliar to you, right? If you need something more active, no block. Right? Could be bridge pose with a bind. As you inhale, lift your hips. Right? Snuggle the shoulder blades in underneath your back. That could be good, right? You could try interlacing hands underneath and dropping the pinky side of your fist into the floor, and then really push through your heels to lift up. If you practice Urdhva Dhanurasana, now is your moment. Right? Be careful with your breath and your wrists. On your next exhale, carefully release yourself out of whatever back bend you're in. Untuck the shoulder blades. Take a second. Back bends like Vinyasa style yoga are uppers. They're activating for us. They give us energy. They open the mind. They open the blood vessels, right? They pump the heart energy. So now let's condense that, right? We concentrate it as yogis. Bring your left knee in. Extend the right leg down. And then cross the left knee over the body. Open your left arm to the floor beside you. Okay, so this is like the pop quiz that you didn't expect, right? All hour I've been sharing with you these ideas and thoughts around effort versus ease, right? Distinguishing between that threshold of overexerting and underexerting, right? So where are you? Are you forcing your knee to the ground, right? Are you sort of like mind is somewhere else? You kind of tapped out as soon as we laid on the floor, right? Keep your left shoulder blade flat to the floor. Push the outer left knee into your right hand and vice versa. Hopefully you feel how that lights up the external rotators, piriformis, right, the sciatic outlet area. Right, on your next exhale, untwist. Pull knee close. Just give it a little squeeze, a little thank you. Right, and then you're going to release, right, and we'll move into side two. Pull right knee in, squeeze close. Right, on your next inhale, open the right arm sideways. Right, breathing out, twist to your left only as far as you can go comfortably and with integrity. Right, so the other way you can think of this is just because you can doesn't mean you should. Right, just because you can go full throttle doesn't necessarily mean it's nourishing for you. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. Right, and that lack of dogma is exactly why yoga is so wonderful. Right, it gives us breathing room to figure it out. Push hand to knee, knee to hand. On your next exhale, untwist. Bring knee close, give it a little squeeze. All right, let it go. Release the legs. Take up some space. All right, move your stuff out of the way. Let the legs widen out more than usual. Let the arms open. Right, let the weight of the body drop. Continue to watch yourself as you rest here. Sense the dialing down of action, of effort. But keep the mental practice, right, of noticing, of feeling, of appreciating. Now this is a little more subtle, but give it a try. Try for a moment, imagining or maybe sensing all of the other people all over the planet who are also laying in this conscious resting position. Maybe they're fellow yogis. Maybe they're monks, meditators, older than you, younger than you, whatever. And then sense or imagine all of the people who are no longer walking on this planet who've also rested in this way consciously, our yogic ancestors. Let's take another moment or so to rest in that awareness. Feel free to stay here a while longer if you'd like. If you're ready to come up now, take a big chest-centered breath in. Gather up the knees. All right, and then maybe you rock up to sit, maybe you roll to your side, pressing yourself all the way up to sit. Pausing for a moment here together. Take the palms and turn them open on your lap if they're not already. And in one hand, place this concept of effort. In the other hand, place the concept of ease. A little symbolic gesture now as you inhale, reach your arms out, up, and over, joining the palms up top in this gesture of equanimity, right? This place of yoga where effort and ease join together as if from opposite places, taking the hands down together in front of the heart, sealing this practice. Hari Om Tat Sat Yogi. Good to see you here. One Down Dog on Demand. Namaste. We hope to see you soon. Stay well.